7th degree Kong Yu, black belt Kirk Farber, and Almond Gunter, who was ranked the 13th fastest man in the world in 1992, are the brains behind the new core juvenile diversion program by the city of Jacksonville.
The core program is more of a diversion program to stop the kids prior to getting into jail, to kind of be a slap in the face, wake them up and let them know that this is reality, and try to get them to understand characteristics and wisdom from two athletes who care about these young men, and try to get them to understand that they get on the right track.
Core centers around courage, ownership, respect, and enthusiasm. Farber and Gunter believe that mental and physical strength are equally important.
The core program works simply because it gives you a center. I mean, my fitness background, kind of is what inspired me to come up with core, because your core is everything. If you don't have a strong center, then every other part of your body is going to be weak, so to speak. When you look at successful people, they have a core. They have core values that have stood the test of time. They know what it is to sacrifice. They know what it is to be accountable. They know what it is to be respectful. So my program actually gives you 50 different life lessons, so to speak.
When the Jacksonville Juvenile Diversion Director, Alan Lauder, first thought about finding new ways to reach young men early this year, he knew who to contact right away.
In thinking of core and the core values, and knowing all the core values I had, made me think of Armin and Kurt. Armin already had the curriculum that he was doing with athletes, and I wanted it to fit these kids. So, the thing that makes me, Kurt, and Armin alike is our core values. It's different backgrounds, but the same core values.
Gunter grew up in Baldwin, Florida, and ran track at Baldwin High School in the early 80s. He qualified for the 1992 Olympic trials in the 200 dash and competed internationally from 1991 to 1997. Gunter's grandfather is his inspiration.
For me, I tell everybody it's pretty simple. My grandfather was born in 1906, and I was very close to him. And, having someone like that who, grew up in an era with 2 world wars, the Great Depression, he worked on the railroad for over 40 years, and he was able to overcome a 6th grade education and ended up being a top chemist for the railroad. So I just think about his life and what he had to go through and all the things he had to endure, and then I look at my life and go, man, it just ain't that bad.
Farber first learned about Kong Yu as an undergraduate student at the University of Florida in 1976. Kong Yu is a Vietnamese martial art that blends yin and yang, and Farber uses it as the base for his FACE Youth Leadership Program.
The FACE program is a youth leadership program. How it started is I was involved doing volunteer work at the jail for 10 years for incarcerated 14 to 17-year-old boys. And the common thread was they were missing a father figure or a mentor. So I then created the FACE program for elementary youth. FACE again stands for Fitness and Character Education. It combines martial arts, jump rope, juggling, animal games for plyometrics and coordination, strength building, and then my favorite part is the character education.
Currently, FACE is in 12 local elementary and middle schools, including the Montessori Tide School in Neptune Beach.
I really like doing the high, higher, highest thing. It's really cool, and I like working on balance a lot. I think it makes it more fun, and it kind of distracts me from the fact that it's like really hard exercising, and I think it makes FACE a lot more fun.
Farber and Gunter have known each other since 1989, and their shared belief in helping others is also part of the core program. In order to graduate, the core participants have to complete at least 50 hours of community service, and their families need to attend to every meeting.
They made a big difference, not only in Gabriel, but in myself and his mother as well.
The first 7 core graduates received their diplomas in December, and many of their parents say the program makes a real difference.
I think it helped him realize who he is and that he can do something, more positive with his life, make better decisions, make better choices now.
Having role models who look like them is especially important for young men of color.
I always say that it takes a man to raise a man. But I think when you're dealing with boys, it's just a different deal. I think boys, they don't focus at the same time as girls focus. And they just need someone to drive them. They really need someone who's on them, that's pushing them, that's helping them to understand that these are the things that are needed to be a man.
Lauder says that Farber and Gunter are just those kinds of men.
What I hope to see in this partnership between the State Attorney's Office and Kirk and Almond is to let these kids, first and foremost, see 3 men that care about them. They're 3 men willing to give their time and not worry about being you know, compensated for this, that somebody loves you that don't even know you, to understand that there are men out there that just loves you because.
Going through every single lesson, the health, the responsibility, the respect, and everything, I took that to use, and I was cleaning my room, respectful for my parents, and I actually had fun.
I am Jeff Olinda for FCTV News Center.